Hi everybody, Shalonda Gordon here again, and today I have to talk about some things that have been going on according to my life or in my life, basically concerning obedience. Now, I have I'm a Christian, just so we have all that out in the open, which means that I believe that Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins, and therefore I am free, I'm delivered. I have a one-on-one communication with the Lord where I can repent for my sins. I can hear Him and make sure I'm doing the right thing. So just so we have that clear and out of the way, I do wear a cross around my neck because it reminds me each and every day of the sacrifice that was made for my life. Okay, so just so we're clear on that. Now, in this situation, there is sometimes we have to be obedient. Now, I'll admit, when I'm kind of out of order, I can see it in my kids. And like, as single moms, we have to we are that example for our children. And honestly, as I look around and I'm sometimes working and walking through and I realize that, look, I'm totally out of order. I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I'm not focused. Give it like 2-3 weeks. My kids start tripping. And I'll be like, yo, what's up? Why the kids acted out, right? Like I ain't got nothing to do with it, right? But so then I'll line up, and like 3 weeks after I line up, the kids line up. It's an amazing thing. So I choose to try to focus on being obedient most of the time versus not. Now, what I've noticed recently, though, is that the Lord has given me assignments. I have individuals in my life that I'm accountable to, so that it's just not me and God out there, but I have people, pastors, very close friends that hear from the Lord for me and that give me confirmation on things and speak to me as well. So I basically am in a situation where I have to be obedient in a fast. And it's funny because I realize situations where you have to be obedient, they change each season. Whereas this season, it might be easy to be obedient in a certain area. But then next season, it might not be as simple, but it's the exact same area. So I'm kind of like, okay, I'm in one of these situations, and this revelation just came where I have to be obedient, which it was never a problem before. But now all of a sudden, I don't know if it's because it's been said out loud or what, I'm just really struggling with it, right? But on the flip side, I noticed my 4-year-old starting to kind of be a little bit disobedient. And in that, I say it's almost sly. It's not blatant disobedience. It's more of a passive aggressive disobedience. You know what I'm saying, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I need to reevaluate what I'm doing. Am I passive aggressively not being obedient? Just making it look like I'm being obedient, but really, I know I'm not. I had to really go back and check that thing out. Now, as you notice, guys, most of the time what I say, I have to usually come back and look at myself. I can't really blame anybody else, right? I can't really put it on somebody else. I have to turn around and look at myself. I choose to be obedient. I choose to be disobedient. I choose to do what's best, make a sacrifice and do what's best for my child, or I choose to not make a sacrifice and not do what's best for my child. So, today I challenge you with a question. What are you sacrificing? And where does your obedience lie? Now, if you have like a scale here, right, where you have obedience and disobedience, where are you falling in between there? You know what I'm saying? Where are you at? So, I mean, really, they always say knowing is the first step. So as long as you know where you at least you know where you have to go from there, right? But if you're in denial and you're not even focusing on it, then you really have no clue where you're at, right? And you don't even know which direction you need to be going. Because as far as you know, you could be turned completely around and not even know it, right? So I challenge you to maybe look at your situation. It's not a clean, pretty thing to look at, yet it's the reality of the situation. If we want our kids to grow up accepting responsibility, understanding accountability, understanding obedience, disobedience, passive disobedience, you know what I'm saying, then we have to be willing to look at ourselves and accept that in us as well. And I personally want my girls to be able to acknowledge those things in themselves. I want them to be strong, powerful women. So I have to be able to start by doing it with myself. So guys, I challenge you, go ahead, leave your name and email address below, or simply comment on this blog post. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you stand as far as the obedience goes. How you feeling about it. Hit me up on Twitter at Shalonda Gordon. Go ahead. Let's communicate. Let's begin to trade thoughts on this situation. All right. Have an amazing day, guys, and keep smiling.